Ready, start. Further, instead of the custodian disposing of enemy property, any ministry or department of the central government may do so as authorized, and the provision of section 8A applies to such authority or ministry or department. Full stop. The central government can also deal with or utilize enemy property in such manner as it may deem fit. Full stop. The scheme of Section 8A of the Act is only to regulate the disposal of the enemy property by the custodian, bearing in mind the guidelines and/or directions issued by the central government, and to deposit the sale proceeds into the consolidated fund of India. Full stop. The custodian would nevertheless be acting as a trustee of the enemy property, but under the directions of the central government, as the custodian is appointed under the central government, and he, with the prior approval of the central government, may dispose of the enemy property for valid reasons. Full stop. It could be for the reasons that there is no succession to the enemy property, or the said property is in a dilapidated condition, or if for any reason, there is litigation or legal or other complications arising which would make it difficult for the custodian as the trustee of such property to manage the same. Full stop. The sale proceeds would have to be deposited in the consolidated fund of India, as the custodian, being an officer appointed under the provisions of the Act by the central government, would be discharging his duties under the Act. Full stop. But the power of sale of an enemy property as envisaged under Section 8A of the Act, in our view, would also not imply that the custodian would be acting as the owner of the property, but only as a custodian of such property. Full stop. This view is further supported by Section 9 of the Act, which states that all enemy property vested in the custodian under the Act shall be exempt from attachment, seizure or sale in execution of a decree of a civil court or orders of any other authority. Full stop. Therefore, it is the duty of the custodian as the trustee of the enemy property to ensure that the said property is saved from attachment, seizure or sale in execution of a decree of a civil court or orders of any other authority. Full stop. Section 10 of the Act also categorically states that where the custodian proposes to sell any security issued by a company and belonging to an enemy, the company may, with the consent of the custodian, purchase the securities, notwithstanding anything to the contrary in any law or in any regulations of the company, and any securities so purchased may be reissued by the company as and when it thinks fit so to do. Full stop. Where the custodian executes and transfers any securities, he has to register them securities in the name of the transferee, notwithstanding that the regulations of the company do not permit such registration in the absence of the certificate, script or other evidence of title relating to the securities transferred. Full stop.